I wanted to add a follow-up to what I just entitled "Do What You Want." That's what I felt like um, titling it, because I'm on here doing what I want, but like from an aligned place, right? Like, do what you want, align first, then decide. Like, you have to check yourself, right? What am I doing as I'm doing? And is it something I actually want to do? Does it please me? Does it satisfy me? Does it fulfill me? Does it make me feel easier? Because there has to be an understanding so that there's no confusion when you say do what you want, and it's like, oh, so you just do what you want, you just go about this. And not if you're doing it from a place of alignment. There's an understanding that must be had. If you're creating your reality and you're an energetic being, right, that energy has to be aligned for it to work out for you, right? So if you have pain in the right knee, well, at least you have the left. Well, at least you're still able to get around. Well, at least there's some solution out there. A lot of you do injections or PT. This is just one thing that could represent many. Pain is a problem. Finances could be problem. Um, things not working out, problem. Expectations of other people, problem. Right? Switch your attitude so that you now are in alignment with what you want. And if you can't, well, at least when it comes to like, all right, your right knee hurts, well, at least if you can't do that, then, well, at least I have people willing to help. Well, at least I'm in an environment where I don't have to, walk as much. Because sometimes you have that. People are understanding. They'll be like, oh, let me help you. Or, I'll get that for you. Or, you know what? It depends. It depends. And if you don't have that, like, just go to another thing. That's the work, right? Sometimes the situation, it's hard for you to kind of like look on the bright side. So if it's tough to look on the bright side, where it's like, it's kind of like, it's too heavy, just put it to the side. Again, I have a video where I said trust, right? You gotta let it go. You have to let it go and trust that it's gonna work out. Okay? So you gotta trust that it's gonna work out, right? So we do it together. You just relax. If you have pain anywhere in your body, pains in the butt, people bothering you, like, just breathe. Just breathe. Just chill. Everybody, you're creating your reality here. Right? It's not about what's going on. It's not about what's currently going on. Just not right now. Not right now. Not, and call it ignoring, call it, what did my sister say to me one time? Did she call me a flamingo? You know how they stick their head in and meanwhile, that's how this works all this time. All this time. Not giving a hoot is how it works. Wow. I literally feel like my left hand is literally tingling like crazy. Insane. So part of when I started this, I would feel you have to tap in. Like you have to get to a point. Listen, I don't know about you, but you have to, I do know about you. You have to get to a point where it is just you and source. You hear me? So when it's you and source, you could trust. You have to trust. It's, you only have yourself, okay? When I first started all this, there would be like ringing in my ears, right? So you tell someone, hey, there's ringing in my ears. And they say, oh, that's tinnitus. And you're like, okay. Choices, right? What could you think? You think whatever it is, and this is for you, right? Whatever it is feels better. So, for you, what feels better? Does it feel better to hear the ringing and say, this is communication. This is, it's fill in the blank with whatever feels right to you. That's the individuality, the uniqueness that you're here to live, right? Like it's you and self. So if there's ringing in the ear, you have to look at it as a good thing for it to not become a problem, because you're an energetic being. So if you focus on, oh, it's tinnitus, oh, it's a vitamin deficiency, oh, those are very lackful thoughts. They're very like attracting the bullshit. Whereas if you turn over on the, well, at least, well, no, not in this case. I don't think well, at least fits in. Not for me. For me, it fits in to be like, tinnitus, schmitis. You know, like, what? Tinnitus? Only for me to align with the spiritual part of it, aspect of it, where it's like, it just means you're cool. You're fine. Like, it is what it is. Like, I don't hear anything, but the ringing doesn't scare me. If I have twitching, it doesn't scare me, right? That's what I mean by choices. So you're in this body. What you choose to believe is going on will go on. That's the understanding you need to have. That's the alignment with self you need to have so that there's more control. You're more in control than you'd like to believe. It's a lot of chatter when it should be more, how does this feel to me? How is it that you think that someone can feel for you? We can't feel for each other. Like, is that making sense? Like, and you know how I know this? The word love is so misused. That's how I know we don't feel the same about the word. Because what it means to one person, it doesn't mean to the other, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not wrong. But if I say I love you, right? There are certain things I can't say to you. There's a certain way I can't treat you. There's a certain way I can't speak to you because I love you. I have to forgive you no matter what. Like, I love you. But then other times you hear I love you, but the actions don't match. So it's like, right? This is the world you live in. So you gotta feel. How else you gonna know? Because it can't be the talk. It can't be what people are doing. You gotta trust yourself all the time. And it's easy. You just have to go with what you prefer. Do what you prefer. You know what I mean? Be nice to yourself. Self doesn't like this environment. Okay, let's move. You know what I mean? Do it for yourself. But from a place of alignment. You know what I mean? Don't pack up and I'm out of here, self. Well, it depends on the situation, right? Everything, again, right? We cannot speak so generally, right? Every situation has its own little twists and turns that you have to kind of like pay attention to. So you can't generally speak. Some people do have to pack and go for relief, but others, you gotta like pay attention to your movement as you're moving, right? Because you don't want to carry anything that you're moving away from with you, right? If you're moving, this is like a literal example. If you're moving because you can't stand your neighbors, they irritate you, they this, they that, trust and believe. You got coming, so you know that move. Trust and believe. And if it's not in the neighborhood, it's something else. Like, it's paying attention to what you're putting out and what's coming back. And if it comes back and it's like not what you want, it's okay. Just okay, do it quick. That's the key. That's the key. We're spending too much time worrying about what's not working or too much focus on it, you know? Look at what is working. Yeah? In any area of your life, go down memory lane. If you go in the past, remember only the good stuff. And then if you go in the future, you know, that's great. The future, yeah. And then like right now, stay in the now. Like, what is going good now? What's working now? What do you like? What do you like to do? What do you like to eat? What's your favorite place to go? Who do you like to talk to? Who do you like to hang out with? You know? A lot more of that. A lot more of that. All right, that's all. That's all, folks. You know? I could go on and on. This is so like, it's so me, you know? It's nice. It's nice because I am practicing what I preach, right? But you're like with me as I'm doing it because it's nice. You know why this is happening? And then I'll shut up. You know why this is happening? Because I feel as though a lot of us are seeing people just like zap to like we're not seeing the journey. And I think that's nice because sometimes it's like, oh, how'd you get from here to there? Right? Because I have a couple of people that I follow on social media, and I was following them from like way back. But those way back pictures and videos, they're gone. Why are they gone? That's like so cool. Thank God I still remember a lot of the information, but it's just like, I don't know. I think that's why Source has me doing this, to kind of see like the transition, because I couldn't understand at first. I was like, why I have to and now this is fun. This is fun to share, right? And talk about this stuff, like put it to practice. And I'll just share whatever I feel inspired to share. So that's all. Bye.